Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there listening, to all of you, the YouTube citizens. And this is your boy, Dash the True Inferno. And we are here with another Throwback Tunes on another Thursday, a Thanksgiving edition, that is. But no, do not expect me to review any Thanksgiving albums. No, I do not have anything like that. I don't think anything like that was ever created, not in the rap hip-hop game anyway. So, anywho, I decided to pick one. Now, this was just a tough one. This one was a tough one. I had to decide between this one and the Becoming. And I went with this one because this one was the one that made me a Beanie Sigel fan. So I went with The Reason, which was his second studio album that he did. The first one being The Truth. Now, this one was his second best album. His first best album was the other one I was thinking about reviewing today. And that was The Becoming, his third album. That one is his best album ever. So he have a grand total. Let me find that list again. He have a grand total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums. 6 studio albums, that is. You know, not counting the mixtape. I do got some of the mixtape, like Public Enemy #1 and Still Public Enemy #1. I got both of those. But you know, so he did 6 albums. His last one came out on August 28, 2012, which was called This Time. I had yet to hear that one. Prior to that one, 3 years prior to that one, 2009, September 1st, he came out with The Broad Street Bully. And then 2 years late, before that, actually December 11, 2007, I'm going backwards here, he came out with The Solution. Now, I want to say either I have it or I heard it. And it was, I guess, I don't remember, I gotta listen to it again. February 22nd, 2005 was his third album, The Becoming. Again, his best album ever. His first album came out in 2000, February 29th. And that one was called The Truth. And I was still in high school. Like, that was my junior year. So I was just about to finish up my junior year, going into my senior year. No, that's not true. I'll take that back. That was my sophomore year. And, you know, I was going into my junior year. So The Reason, which is the album I'm reviewing now, came out June 6, 2001. So at this point, I just got done with my junior year and I was going into my senior year. There we go. So let's get back to The Reason. It was released on Roc-A-Fella Records, obviously. So the album contained 14 tracks. So I gotta name y'all my top 3. And I really wish I could name y'all my top 5. And there's a lot of good tracks on here. And in fact, spoiler alert, every track on this album is at least good. So yeah, there you go. And the producers involved with this one were Kanye West, Just Blaze, Rick Rock, not Rick Ross, Rick Rock, 88 Keys, No ID, Josh Self, and Bernard Bid Denham Parker. Now, before y'all probably saying, oh, this is when Kanye West made his... No, actually, The Truth was the one where Kanye West made his debut as a producer. In fact, I think The Truth was the debut of Just Blaze. Yes, Just Blaze and Kanye West. Both of them were released by was introduced by Roc-A-Fella because of his first album, The Truth. So anywho, back to this album. Obviously, recordings started in 2000. Obviously, it was on the Roc-A-Fella. I mean, it was on the Def Jam. So, we got 14 tracks. So, with that said, let's talk about the single. The first single, since I can find it, came out was Beanie, aka Mac Bitch. This single was the one that made me get this album. Because that beat was out cold, the track was out cold. So many people freestyled off of that beat, including myself. Yeah, it's on YouTube, by the way, so go check that out. It was out cold. It came out 2001. He came out with 2 singles. Neither one of them came out under the Billboard Hot 100. However, they both came out under the Hot R&B/hip hop singles and tracks. Beanie, aka Mac Bitch, was at highest number 52. As far as the hot rap singles, it was as high as number 11. Now, the next single came out was called Think It's a Game. And this one features the likes of Freeway, Jay-Z, and Young Chris. Again, did not make the Billboard Hot 100, but it did reach number 99 in the Hot R&B hip hop singles and tracks, and did not reach the charts of hot rap singles. So yeah, there you go with that. It did with a BET Award, the actual album. Album of the year, believe it or not. So this one, 2001, Album of the Year, The Reason by Beanie Sigel. So you know this is a good album if it was album of the year. A lot of samples was went into this one as well. You could probably hear them more than likely. Moving on. Let's talk about the tracks. No, let's talk about the reviews, the ratings rather. All Music gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B+. HipHopDX.com gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Los Angeles Times gave it 2 out of 4. NME gave it 8 out of 10. Wow, that's high. Q Magazines gave it 3 out of 5. RapReviews.com gave it 7.5 out of 10. And Robert Christgau, we just see a picture of a bomb. So I'm assuming they reviewed this as it was the bomb, so to speak, I guess. I don't know what that means. So we gonna go with that. So, yeah. I guess, you know, whatever. So, let's get more into the tracks. So, the first track was called Nothing Like It. And then after that, it was the first single, Beanie, aka Mac Bitch. And then the third track was called So What You Saying. That one featured Memphis Bleak. And track number 4 was called Get Down. And let me backtrack real quick. The first track, Nothing Like It, was produced by Kanye West. The next 3 tracks were produced by Just Blaze. Track number 5, I Don't Do Much, was produced by Rick Rock. Track number 6, called For My Niggas, featuring Daz Dillinger, was also produced by Rick Rock. Track number 7, which was called Watch Your Bitches, was produced by 88 Keys. Track number 8, Think This Is a Game, the second single. That one featured Free Ray, Jay-Z, and Young Chris. That one was produced by Bernard Bid Denner Parker. Track number 9 was Man's World, produced by No ID. And then track number 10 was Gangsta featuring Corrupt. That was produced by Kanye West. Track number 11 was Tales of a Hustler, Part 1, although you will not see there's a Part 2. That's why I said Part 1. Even though Part 1 is not in the title, there is a Part 2. And that one featured Emilio Sparks. He's also in Part 2, by the way. That one was produced by Shaw Self. And then the last 3 tracks of the album was produced by Just Blaze. Track number 12 was Mom Praying, featuring Scarface. Track number 13 was called Still Got Love For You, featuring Jay-Z and Rel. And the last track was What Your Life Like Part 2, or What Your Life Like 2. Part 1 was off of his first album, The Truth. Now, Still Got Love For You is basically a do-over of Jay-Z's, there's a track Jay-Z did on the Dynasty, him and Sigel did on the Dynasty album. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know how it go. I just can't remember the name of it though, for the life of me. I like I said, I remember. I gotta look it up. I remember the song How It Go and what it was about, and I believe it. Oh no, it's not Seeing. That's not it. Oh, it's Where Have You Been? That's what it was. So that one was not only was Beanie Sigel was in it, but El Diani, how you pronounce his name, was in it. That was produced by TT. So yeah, Where Have You Been? So they basically somewhat redone that track with Still Got Love For You. Basically, both of them, their fathers like I guess abandoned them at child, you know, when they was little kids or whatever, and leaving them and their moms to fend for themselves or whatever, and basically venting. So that's what was going on in these 2 songs, right? And I can relate, cause you know, I can relate. I'll say that I can relate. So now let's get on to the best tracks from this album. Now again, every track on here was good, at least good. So I'm gonna go with the ones that are above good and higher, starting from the bottom up. Tales of a Hustler, which features Emilio Sparks. That was a pretty dope track. Part 2 was out cold, off of The Becoming. Oh my God. And let me get on The Becoming. The Becoming, again, Beanie Sigel's best album. But the problem with The Becoming is there's 15 tracks on that album. All of them, with the exception of one, features somebody, whether they're Roc-A-Fella or not, doesn't matter. All of them, with the exception of one, features somebody. And I'm like, God damn, can you do a track by yourself? Whereas here, half of the songs here feature somebody, where the other half is just him by himself. So yeah, that's the only gripe I have with The Becoming. Outside of that, it is a really dope album. You need to pick that joint up. So yeah, Tales of the Hustler, that's the one right there. That's a good one. Next up is Thinks It's a Game, the second single featuring Young Chris, Jay-Z, and Free Ray. That was a good one as well. So What You're Saying, that's another good one. That one featured Bleak. That's the only one to feature Bleak, by the way. And then the next one was Gangsta Gangsta with featured Corrupt. That was good. And then here where we get to the cream of the crop right here. Mom Praying featuring Scarface. That one was deep. That one was out cold in my opinion. After that, we got Get Down, another out cold track right there. The beat really made this track. And then of course, Man's World. That mud was sick. It really was. But for me, the top 4 right there. If there was an honorable mention as far as like aside from the top 3, this one's it. The first track, nothing like it. The beat was out cold. It was deep as heck. It was sick. Now we get to the top 3. The third best track on the whole album is Still Got Love For You featuring Jay-Z and Rel. You know this has to be in my top 3. Again, I can relate to this track. You know, aside from the whole, I was slanging coke and doing drugs, all that crap. But the fact that, you know, my dad wasn't there when I was, you know, young. I can relate. So that's why this is high on the list for me. This is the third best track off the whole album. Not to mention the lyricism was out cold. The beat was deep. All of it was deep. So that's why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2 is Beanie Mac Bitch. This is the song that got me to hit this album. The beat was out cold. That's one of the coldest beats ever done by not just done by Just Blaze, but period. So yeah, that's right. That's number 2 right there. And a bunch of cats freestyled off of it ever since this song came out. But number 1, what does it for me off of this whole album is What's Your Life Like 2. That track was out cold. It is deep as hell. The beat was sick. I'm glad they used that. Blaze used that single. That's another one right there, man. You could just mellow out to that joint over and over and over and over again. Not to mention some of the other tracks on here, like Still Got Love For You and Nothing Like It. But still though, What Your Life Like 2 was out cold. So with that said, how do I rate this album? Well, you know it's at least a 4. And I don't want to. Ooh, wow. Well, every track on here was at least good. I'm gonna say it's a 4.5 out of 5. So what that means is, and this is a classic, you should go out and buy it. You should go out and get a physical copy of this one. Despite this being Beanie Sigel's second best album, with the beat coming being his absolute best. But this one was out cold. 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's where I'm giving this one. So yeah, again, I've been mentioning it for a while. If there's any albums or mixtape that came out 10 years prior to the current date in which you are watching this video, hit me up in the comment section, send me a message, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, saying you want me to review this album or mixtape. I'll look at it, I'll listen to it, and if, you know, I'll review it. So yeah, there you go with that. This is the new Jay Gatsby. Want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and a very safe Black Friday, by the way. And I will see y'all next time. Yeah.